Hey everyone, this is my playthrough of Pocket Master Builder, a video I really wanted to make. This was an exhausting video that needed a complicated setup, 2 cameras, 3 hours just for filming, plus all the preparation, editing and uploading. Well, often viewers don't see how much work such an elaborate video really is. Also, it was really hot that day, which is why you will see my messed up hair a few times during the video. Sorry for that. So, if you stick with the video, I would really appreciate it. And if you enjoy the video, why don't you let YouTube know by liking and maybe even commenting. Thank you so much. Alright, now have fun with the video. Here's a little taste of it. Let me see. Like this one will give me 2 wilds. That is pretty wild.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Hey everyone, this is Tegos, and today I'm bringing you my playthrough of Pocket Master Builder. This is something that has been requested quite a lot because a lot of people are interested in the game, but they can't seem to get through the rules because they are they're not that good, like the rules at least, but they want to see how the game works, if it's something that they would enjoy. So this is why we'll play through that today. You might see that I have a huge area here today. This is really tough to record. I have like my camera up really high. I have like 2 playmats here. I have a second camera that you can see right here. So a second camera here, just so that I'm able to somehow record this because this requires a lot of table space. One very important disclaimer. I don't know if you don't have the stamina or the time or anything to watch the entire playthrough or the entire video, then I really suggest that you still stick with the video, even if you don't want to watch the entire playthrough or none of it at all. I suggest that you at least take a look at my review, my mini review that I put after that. You can navigate to that in the timestamps, because there are quite a few things I want to say about this game. Some positive, some not as positive, but there are just some things I want to say about this game, right? Because there is a lot going on in the internet, a lot of word going around regarding the game, and I think I have a few things to say that might be interesting to you, that could also maybe tell you whether or not you could enjoy this game, and there's something for you, right? That was my disclaimer, and now I will just, well, quickly set up the game. Right, and that is the setup of the game. So you can see that we have a huge play area here. So that's one of the things that you need to know before you decide to get this game. This is a really, really huge play area. So let me kind of guide you a little bit through what you see here. So first of all, here we have the wall cards. You can see that I have cut them off slightly at the top because otherwise I couldn't have recorded this. But you can see that there's nothing at the top, right? There's just flavor, so that is okay. We have the wall here. We will be moving our cube from wall to wall in the to the right in the course of the game, because that's one of the ways we can get rewards and also points at the end, right? So that is important to note. Then here at the left, in random order, you put the starting cards. Also with the wall cards, these like +2, +4, +6, and 8, you need to put them in the order. The other 5 here are randomly shuffled. And also we have the landmark cards here at the bottom. Those give a lot of good, like a lot of points. These are like the point cards, so to speak, and they are shuffled in random order as well. Then here we have 2 decks. On the right we have the Oracle deck that will also give us points. And here on the left we have the Kingdom cards, right? These are important as well. And then here down here, let me just switch the camera so you can see it. Here we have our little player area. You would double that when you play with 2 players, right? So here we have like our little card that tells us how many points we have to have special abilities. And here we have our donkey track that I will speak about later. Up here we have the work area with the 5 cubes we have at the beginning, or 5 workers. And down here we have the rest area with 9 cubes that we can get to the work area later on. This on the right is a helper card. We don't have any resources that we take into the next round or anything, right? But these are like, we can like mark temporary resources there for the round. So that is pretty much all that you see here. And now before we get started, let me just quickly see if the exposure is fine, and then we can get started. I think this should be fine for now. I hope at least. Otherwise I will have to edit it in post. Okay. So I will be recording for a little while, so it's possible that you will see a few exposure changes during the video that I will either have to change during recording or in post when editing this huge video. Okay, so here we are. So normally in a two-player game you would just replicate what I am doing as the first player, but we also have an AI, so to speak. The AI doesn't really get any points, but it does block cards for us, right? And when you play, you always go first. I will just quickly say what the goal of the game is, but then I would explain the game to you while we actually play, because that's much easier. I think, at least. I hope so. So essentially what you're doing is you always have cards in your hand. So at the beginning you draw 3 cards. So let me just draw 3 cards for me. I will put those right here in my playing area so you can see them. Maybe let me move that up a little bit so you can see it even better. I think that should be okay. Yeah, we can pretty much see it here. I think that should be fine enough. Like this here. And what we also get, let me just move that a little bit to the left here. Because what we also get is, you see these oracle cards here. These also give us more points at the end of the game. There are 2 I can draw at the beginning of the game here, these 2. And then we will score these at the end. So I can choose one of those. So we are talking about a row here. So this one gives us the number of buildings on a horizontal line, and then it depends if we have more than more, equal, or less than the opponent. And then we have this one here. That means that we have this specific kind of building. If we switch back to the other camera, you can see the kind of building here, right? It's quite small, but there's like the gate, and it has like this tower icon instead of what you see here, for example, with the house icon, right? And we need those, we get like 2 points for each pair horizontally and vertically, and that really can get a lot of points if we concentrate on those. So I will concentrate on those for now. Let me just put this here so we have a little reminder. I think there is also a possibility to get more of these later on, but I haven't done so in my playthroughs yet. Okay, so then we will just discard that one, or we can just, I think we just put it at the bottom here. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, and that is pretty much now the setup. So how our move or how our turn works is that first we develop our kingdom. That means this is a must, so we need to place a card in our kingdom. And we can only place it like adjacent to, like, from the left to the right in these different rows here, right? So I can only play it like in the leftmost space. But that is pretty much like the only rule I have, and of course the direction is fixed. So I cannot take one of my cards and just turn it around like this, right? I can't do that. And it is not a bad idea to line up these colors here. So you see, if we switch back to the other camera, you see that these resources here all have different colors, right? And it's a good idea to match them like this instead of like this, because this just gives us more resources. I will get to that a little bit later. So these 3 cards all don't help us too much, because I want to combine, I want to have like these towers, right? But these give us rewards here. So you see different things here. We can later on build the building that we place in the kingdom, and that one will then give us these rewards here if we build it, right? These are like the reward spaces here. These are the rewards we get, and these are called rewards as well, these crowns. It's a little bit confusing, but that's how they're called. Down here, we see like an effect that we can either get when we build later on, or an instant effect when we place the card in the kingdom. And then here, down here, we have the cost, right? So like this one in the middle here, the stone workshop would cost us 1 wood, 2 of these bricks, and 3 stone. And then around the card, you see resources that we can get. I will get to that a little bit later in just a short time. So these cards all don't help us too much, but we just maybe I will just work with resources, right? So we just have a few resources. So I think I will place the wood workshop here, and I will show you why. Switching back to the other camera here, because I will put it maybe I will put it here right by the cabin. Because now you see here, it's a little bit small, but now you see here that we have, that here these colors are aligned. So what I can do now is now I can take my workers. Remember, I have these workers here, right, at the top. And I can take one of these workers at the top. And now, or more workers, I can take as many as I want to. And I can put them, like on the card I place, I can put them here on one of these resource spaces. But only if they are adjacent to another card. So I can't put it here because there's no card on the right. I also can't put it here because there's no card at the top. But I can put it here. And that means now the worker is there. I can use it for 3 wood later on. Then it would get removed again, but I would keep that worker for at least this, I would have it like for the 3 wood later on whenever I want it. So that's the second turn. That is of course optional. I don't have to put a worker there, but I will put one there because having 3 wood later on might be quite good. And then the next, that was the place workers phase. And now we have the construct building phase. So if we go back to our little area here, we see that we have like these workers here at the top and also at the bottom, and also we have like this donkey track here that we can also raise with specific card effects later on, right? And this donkey tells us how many resources we can use. It says 2, like how many workers we can use that are placed on resources, and how many cards we can discard. So there are these buildings now here. These buildings on the left that are already there, the starting ones, and also the ones at the bottom, right? So the landmarks and also the ones I and also the AI will place during the course of the game, right? So, and what happens now is I could now try to construct one of these. I see the construction costs here at the bottom left. And I can pay these construction costs for the card to build it by removing workers from resources and using these resources. So 3 wood, for example. Gold, by the way, do we have one here? I got up here. We have like a gold down here. That one counts as a wild for anything, but there are also cards that require gold, especially the landmarks down here. So I can discard workers. At the moment, if I look at the donkey track, you see that we are here at the 2. So I could discard, like take off 2 workers to use the resources, but we can also discard cards. At the moment I can discard 1, as you can see here in the table. So if I discard this card, for example, I will get the resource noted at the bottom, right? That stone here. So that is another possibility how I can pay for resources to build a building. And then I will put it here in the square up there. I will put a worker, and at the end of the game I will get the victory points, the 3 victory points, and also I will get the reward right now. Let me talk about the reward. So you see, like we have a rewards track here, right? Currently it's on 4, but we can raise it up to a max of 8. And at any time during my turn, I can use these rewards here. So I can spend 2 of these rewards to either get a worker or draw a card. I can pay 3 rewards to just get a wild, or 4 rewards to advance the donkey track. So I can do that anytime during my game, and these are things that I will definitely want to use. Especially probably the wild, that's one thing I use all the time, or quite a lot. So, and now I could construct a building, but at the moment I can't really afford anything here, right? I do have enough reward points here to have a wild. I could also discard something, so I would be able, no, I wouldn't really be able to afford anything, but I don't like all of these buildings anyway. All right, and that was almost my turn. Now we rest. So now I can choose one of 3 actions. Either I can take 2 workers from the rest area down here to the work area, which is important because the one in the work area I can use, but I still have 4 there. I will not use 4 next round, so I don't know if I really need to do that right this moment. Alternatively, I can draw 2 cards from the kingdom card pile, or I can mix that up. I can put 1 worker up there and take 1 card, right? So like you have the action of putting a worker up there and taking a card, and I can do 2 actions. That's pretty much how you can, how you could describe it, right? If you describe it a little bit easier than it is described in the rulebook. I don't want to put any workers up there at the moment, so I will just take 2 new cards. Let's take a close look at them and see if there's anything good. So we have a sentry here, which is good. These are the buildings I want to build, right? Because of my my Oracle card here. And then we also have the market here. Let me put it right there for now. Yeah, that's not that interesting, but the sentry is pretty nice. And that was my player turn. If you play a multiplayer game now, like, I mean, you can only play it up to 2 players, but if you play a 2-player game now, then the other player's turn would be now, and the other player would now do exactly the same thing that I was doing, right? Exactly the same thing. The other player would also have that play area here, and this is where you build together, which is really cool. I like tableau builders where you actually build together, and not games where everybody's like doing their own thing. I mean, these games are cool too, but this is a really cool thing. So, and now we actually have the AI that is going. So, what we do now is first we roll that die. By the way, the die is not included in the game. What I did, I took one of my very small dice here, and because this one actually fits in the box, so I just leave this in the box, so I don't have to think of a die whenever I want to play the game, right? And that's pretty cool. So now we roll the die like this, 4. We roll a 4, and now now what we have is this is row 1, this is 2, 3, and 4, of course, right? And then this one, the second row, is also a 5, and the last row also a 6. That is also explained in the rulebook, but essentially it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one thing you need to remember. The 4 thus is down here, right? So, and the AI now takes the top card from the kingdom deck, flips it around, and puts it exactly in that column that you just rolled. So to put it right here. And that is now a pretty interesting mechanism because it is as if 2 players were playing, right? If you play solo, because the AI is always adding like buildings that you can't control. I mean, of course, the other player is probably doing more clever things with it, but still, cards are added to the tableau even when it's not your turn. So more and more cards are here that you could also technically build, right? You can't use the resources because you can only place a worker on a card you just built. You can't place it on a different card. That is a very important concept to understand in the game, right? That's one thing I didn't quite understand at the very beginning when I started learning and playing the game myself. Okay, so that's what the AI was doing, and then we have a step 2 that we will skip for now because we skip the second step in the first round. I will get to that when we get to the next round. And that is it. Now it's my turn again, right? So now I will start with my turn again. I first have to take one of my kingdom cards and build it. I will definitely take the sentry, and I will place it right. Let's see. We have the barrack here and the gate. I actually would like the I think I would like the gate more later on, so I will put it right here. Yeah, I think I will put it right here. So that's where I will put the sentry. So now I have 2 right beside each other, but I need to construct both. I need to build both cards so I can get that bonus that is here depicted on my oracle card. Okay, now I was missing the word, but now we got it. Okay, and now I can place workers on the card I just placed. So I can place worker up here, right? I can place up here, down here, and there. I can also place workers on all of those. And these now have different colors. So if I later remove this worker, this is all one color, so I can get 2 wood and 1 wood, so 3 wood. But here we have different colors. So for example, here at the top, at the purple space, there is a wood. I'm just saying that in case you can't see it because the camera is pulled up that much and I don't have a third camera. So at the purple space here, you have a wood, and the gray or the brownish grayish space is a stone. And if I have a worker there, let me just put one here for demonstration. If I have one there and I want to use the resources here, because these are not the same color, I have to choose one of these colors, right? Either purple for wood or gray brown for stone. So that's one thing. That's why it's important to try to puzzle together like the same colors, which is just another thing that you have to put into your strategy, or like, right? So but actually, I mean, I still have a lot of workers. I could also put some workers up from my rest area, right? And I want to construct quite a few things, so I might just use a lot of workers there. So if I want to build the gate later on, I do need brick, so I will definitely put 1 worker here where the brick is. I will also need stone. Yeah, and you know what? Let's just put them all on all of these here, like this. Right, and then I can choose later on which of these resources I want to have. Okay, and now I can construct a building. Let's see, can I also already construct one? I think not quite, right? The sentry needs 3 wood, which I have, and 3 stone. I only have 2 stone. But if you remember that I could also discard a card here, right? To get that stone at the bottom. The problem is that on my donkey track, I can see that I can only remove 2 worker cubes in order to get resources. And I think that's not possible because I would have to remove 3. 3 worker cubes, so I can't do it at the moment. So we need to advance our donkey track, which we can actually do because if you look here again, then you see that we have 4 of these reward points here, right? So let me just spend these 4 reward points for 1 advancement on the donkey track. So you see the next advancement on the donkey track will not change the numbers here, right? I will have to have 2 more advances to actually have more cards. But now I can remove 3 cubes and play 2 cards. And that is something that I will do most likely. So we could build the sentry now. So that's 3 wood. So what we do now is now you take away whatever resources you spend, like you take the worker for the resources you want to spend, and then you need to put that worker that you just removed not in your work area, but actually in your rest area down here, right? So you will have to get these workers back up again. That is important. And now these are 3 wood. So I will just mark these temporary 3 wood here. So I know, okay, I already have 3 wood, right? And then I go back to the card and see, okay, I got those 3 wood. I got those. I can see it down here in my card. Great. I need 3 stone. Okay. I can remove 2 more workers. So I can remove that one and that one. And I need to choose a color each. So I will choose the 2 brown ones. That is 2 stone as well, right? So I put those here in the rest area. And put the marker up here. You don't have to use this. This is like the helper card, I think it's called. You don't need to use that card, but then you can see, okay, I got 3 wood and 2 stone. And if you go back to the card, then you see 3 wood, 3 stone. I need 1 more. But the donkey track says, well, you can discard cards, 2 of them. So I will take this card here. You can't really see all of it right now, but I will show you. Give me a second. Here, and you see at the bottom, there's a stone. That's the last stone I need. So I will discard that one. So, yeah, let me just, discard the card. Let me just put it up here. All right, like this, right? So now we have all the resources we need. I will just pay all these resources here. And then we can take a worker from the rest area, actually, right? You don't take it from the work area. But you take it from the rest area because it's just a marker. It's not a worker per se. And you mark the building you just built here. And then probably the camera is a little bit too far away, but you can see, like with the yellow background, you can see a 4. That means we get 4 victory points at the end of the game. And also the reward that I will cover now, it says 2 wall. There's like a 2 and a description of the wall. That means now we can actually advance our cube on the wall, and that is very important. And let me show you why. Because we go 1 ahead, and there we see an immediate reward, which is a crown. So we go back to our card here, and we get 1 of these crowns, right? That's the reward track. And then we also go further, to the next wall, and we get another reward. So we go back here, and we increase our reward again. So, and that is very important because if we get to that card, we get 2 points at the end of the game. Here we get 4, there we get 6 or 8. So that is really good. But another thing is invasions can take place. An invasion takes place when one of these columns is completely filled. I mean, it only goes from left to right, right? So the first column that could be filled is that one here. As soon as that column is filled, you check this symbol there, right in the middle of the card. And here it says like donkey. So if this is all filled and this invasion is activated, then I need to see, is my cube on that card or to the right of it, which it is at the moment, then I get that reward. So that is what advancement on the donkey track, right? So it also makes sense to fill up columns, so in order to get these rewards there, which is very important. And if your cube is has not advanced far enough, then you just don't get the reward, but you don't get a penalty for that, right? All right, so let's continue. But before that, I will just check the exposure quickly. So, like this, it's better. I will have to work with the exposure a bit because I've been at it for quite a while now, which you don't see in the video, but this video definitely takes quite a while to record. Okay, so that was my turn. I construct the building. Almost. So we still have the rest phase, right? So now let me see. I need cards, but I also need workers. Will I need that many workers? You know what? I will put... I don't know what I'm going to do. I definitely need cards. Well, I could also... No, you know what? I will put one worker up here. And also I will... Well, let me switch the camera. So I put one worker up here. And also I will draw another kingdom card here. That is the brick workshop. Okay, let's put that here. And because I do have 2 reward here, right? 2 reward spaces, so I could get another worker or card if I wanted to, but that is okay for now. So now we have the AI. The AI is rolling. That is a 6. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6. So it will add the top card here at the bottom row again. And now we have step 2 of the AI, right? Which you are skipping in the first round, but this is not the first round anymore. So now you have to choose one of 3 actions. Either you flip 2 unbuilt buildings, right? So that includes the starting cards and also the landmark cards down here. Or you can flip 2 unbuilt walls from the right, starting at the right. Or you can flip 1 each, like one of these, all of these buildings that are not built yet, and one of the walls. What does that do? Well, that limits my choices of what I can, which buildings I can construct later on, right? And that kind of simulates what the other player is doing. Because if you're playing at a 2-player count, the other player will build cards, right? Will build buildings that he then can't, of course, build anymore, right? And that's kind of the idea there. But if I now flip a card where a resource cube is on, then that resource cube is also gone, right? Like all cubes are removed from that card. So now I will have to flip 2 buildings. I will not be able to build all landmark cards, right? But then again, flipping over landmark cards and wall cards actually deducts points later on. So, or not deducts points, but will actually, will actually. But I need to be careful because flipped landmark cards or wall cards, depends on what which cards I have flipped more of, will actually deduct points from my score at the end, right? So I don't want to deduct. I don't want to flip too many. I really would like to keep that wall for now because it is possible to get to the last space here. At 8 points when I'm playing with myself, 8 points is a lot of points. That is not bad. Down here, I will not be able to build all landmarks, right? I will keep everything that gives me stuff for walls because I will try to go for walls. Also, I will go for these towers, right? Because remember, I have that here in my Oracle card, right? So I want to keep these cards for sure. Like the rewards, I can also keep those. Here I will get victory points for each of these landmark cards. I don't know if I really need that. And then what else do we have? The university. I think I will flip over a university card. And then maybe there's one card that I don't need, like the cabin. I will not construct the cabin here most likely because it will only give me like a cube, like a worker. That's fine. And I can't use the resources. I won't get points for that. So I will probably also flip that one. Okay. And I see I flipped these 2 cards and now it's my turn again. So back to square one. Like to my first action, I can build one of these cards. I have to build one of these cards. These are all not too interesting, but I mean, if I build this card here, I could actually like get the donkey reward there. That is pretty cool. So I might actually build that one. Also we need to go for resources, right? So later on I also want to build the gate here because this will give me points here and also an advancement on the wall. And also will give me cards. So there's a lot of stuff. For that I need 2 brick and 3 stone. So let's go back here and see. We have stone there. We have bricks there. Gold is not bad, right? We could work with gold. So I think what I'm going to do is I will take the brick workshop and let me show you. I will build it here because of different reasons. So first of all, I will, and also, I'm a little bit crazy right now, the way I'm speaking, but also I will spend my 2 rewards here to get another worker up here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then we'll take these 3 workers and I will put 1 worker here, 1 there, and 1 there. Because that's a lot of resources I have now. Because here I can get a brick and a gold. Here you can get a gold or a stone. And remember, gold are wild cards, like wild resources. And here I have 1 brick, 2 bricks or 1 stone. So that's pretty nice. I like that. Also, that column is now filled. So the invasion is triggered. I am on the card or to the right. I'm actually to the right. So I can use the reward here and advance 1 space on my donkey track. So I just need 1 space more and I can start using 4 workers and discard 3 cards. That is pretty nice. Okay, so that were my three phases. So developing the kingdom is putting down a card. I did that. Placing workers, I did that as well. And then construct a building. Well, I don't want to construct anything at the moment, I think. Well, I could work on the gate. I could actually do the gate. Well, you know what? I could really do that. That would work. I need 3 stone. Well, no, I would have to discard too many workers. No, that's not gonna work. Well, actually, no, not yet. I will still wait for that. I don't need it right now. That's fine. Okay, and then I will I put 2 workers into my work area or draw 2 cards. I think I will put 2 workers in my work area because I don't have any there. Okay, great. So now it's the AI's turn again. The AI will roll. That is a 4. 4 is the bottom one again. So it will just put a card right there. And then it will have to flip 2 cards again. So you see here we have like another sentry. That's another like a tower symbol. We need that for our oracle stuff, right? So I don't want to flip that. The staging post here, does that... You know what? I don't need these things here, right? Because these are already encased. I can't put a card adjacent to it to get resources. So, and these don't... Well, this one would actually advance the donkey track, so I might keep that for now. But I will turn over the tavern, because that is not that interesting. I will keep all of these, because my resources are on there. I want to keep all of these for now, I think. Yeah. The staging course is actually pretty good. So I will keep these for now. So I might have to take one of these, flip over one of these landmark cards. I think the library is not that important. It just gives me 1 victory point for each green building I'm building, but I will not be building a lot of those, I think. Well, but you never know, right? You never know. I will not be building a lot of landmark cards, so I can flip over the cathedral, which would give me 1 victory point for each landmark card, and I will not build a lot of these because these are really, really expensive. Okay, now I flipped over 2 cards, that is fine. And now it's my turn again. So let's take a look at our cards here. We don't have any rewards here, so we can't get more cards. We have the market and we have the shelter. So I definitely want to try to get some resources as well, right? So let's see what we can do. Let's take a look at the lay of the land here. Actually, I would really like to somehow get another donkey space, right? So, that means I could... let me see. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot something. I did forget something, by the way. Okay, let me do that retroactively, because you see here, I built the sentry, right? And then I got like this reward space here, which granted me 2 advancements on the wall. And then there is, like, when I build it, there is an immediate reward I get, and that is 1 advancement on the donkey space for 3 walls that I have conquered, that I have like advanced, and I have advanced 3, right? So I actually get one more advancement on the donkey space here. So like this. So that's actually, right, that's something that I forgot. So I'll just do that retroactively, because otherwise I'm going to make the game harder for myself. Okay, so let's see. Now that changes things, because now I can actually, when we take a look here, I can now take 2 workers for the resources, 4 workers for the resources, and discard 3 cards. So that is not bad. So I would be able to just construct the gate now if I wanted to. And I do want to construct the gate. So I will definitely put something here. I will take a card that can give me good resources. So I need 3 stone. I can't really get any stone at the moment. Well, I could. but I don't need wood, stone. So I will really have to think now what I'm going to do here. So there I would get a wild. I don't want to use my wilds yet, you know. I don't really want to do that. But what I could do, I could put the market right here and then put a worker on here, right? I think that might be a pretty decent idea, but well, even if I do that, then I will, yeah, then I will lose a wild, but I will lose all my wilds, but that's okay. I definitely still want to do that. So I will remove one worker. That gives me 3 brick. Let me mark that here just so you can see that. Then I put the worker back here. Then I will remove this worker to get, for the wild I will get a stone, and for that wild I will also get a stone. So we are now at 2 stone. Put these workers here. And then, so we have 3 wood, 3 brick and 2 stone, right? And we need 2 brick and 3 stone. So we need 1 more stone, and I can take off 1 more worker. So I will take this one here. There is 1 stone. So now we have our 2 bricks and 3 stones that we need. So let's spend all of these. You will have to spend everything because at the end of the round you will lose all resources that you haven't used because you just can't save them. So we take 1 worker from our rest area and I put it here on the gate because I built that. And that gives me 1 advancement on the wall, which is great. And that gives me another of these reward spaces here, which is really great. Okay, and also now it gives me, I can draw 1 card for each 2 wall spaces I have advanced. 2 and 2, so that's twice that here, so I get 2 cards. I can draw 2 cards, which is really important. So let's see what we got here. So we got the wood workshop, that is okay I suppose, but we also have the tower, and there's another one with these symbols. We need those, remember? We really need those. Okay, so that was our construction phase. We can only construct 1 building each round, so we mustn't forget that. Okay, so, and that was almost my turn. Now I can either draw 2 cards or I can put 2 workers up here. I would definitely put 2 workers in the work area because I have enough cards as it is at the moment. Alright, it's the AI's turn. Let's have a 1 or a 3 would be great because I want to get that donkey reward there. A 5. Well, a 5 is that row here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So put another card here. Oops. Right there. Oh, that is a great space, but I can't get it. Oh, that would have been a great space to get for the resources, but I can't get it because I haven't placed the card myself. So I will have to turn over 2 cards. So now I have used like these resources here, right? I don't know. Well, the barracks wouldn't be too bad to maybe construct later on. So the wood workshop, I will not construct that later. That won't help me, right? So there are different rewards here. Let me just put that close up. So there's also like this reward, and this reward means like you build stuff. So when you build a card, you always get that like the lightning reward. So that is the immediate reward, right? You get that immediately. And then there are these rewards. That means when you build something, then you get something. And there are also like cards, like the market card here. Let me get that. That says whenever you build like a card with a green icon, then you can advance on the donkey track. So there is some little engine building going on here, right? So let me turn over that card. So there is some little engine building going on theoretically. It depends whether or not you actually want to do that. You want to follow that path. You can also just, right, use it as a resource management and constructing, building game, whatever, right? Okay, so I turn over that card. I also want to turn over another card. I need to. How about the market here? The market, well, it would give me some donkey stuff. But actually, there's another market here. And I'm doing quite well on donkey stuff. I only need 3 more advancements. Yeah, so let me turn over that market here for now. Okay, so, and now it's my turn again. So I will have to construct a card first. So let's see what we can do here. Well, the tower, for sure. Not construct, that's the wrong way. That's developing the kingdom. So I will put that someplace. And I think I would put it here because that gives me a lot of great resources for later on. I have 3 workers, which is wonderful. So I will put 1 worker there. 1 I will put there, and 1 I will put there. And if I'm lucky and an invasion will trigger later on, or I can force it, right, and by putting a card there, then I will get another advancement on the donkey track. And if you take a look at the donkey track here, you see that there are 3 more advancements, and the last 2 give us actually points, right? The second to last gives me 2 points at the end, and the other one 4 points. That is great. Also, you'll have to excuse that the camera of the close up is not has a different looks different than the other one because these are 2 cameras. This is actually my cell phone for the close up here. It's definitely good enough, but it is a little bit too good because it really highlights the fabric of my playing mat, and it looks a little bit coarse. So I will have to see in the future how I can do that a little bit better, but I think it gets across everything quite well. Okay, so let us see. So we developed our kingdom. We placed our workers. Now we can construct something. What do I want to construct? Actually, like the tower and the smithy, they are not... I should have put the tower here maybe, right? Because then I could have constructed that and gotten more points from my oracle card. But then again, all these resources are great. So do I want to construct anything? I don't know. At the moment, I don't really... Well, I could get started maybe on these landmark cards. They give a lot of points. And, well... So that would be something, right? Because there's one thing I haven't told you yet. The game end. The game end is actually triggered as soon as 1 player has constructed 6 buildings. So we have only constructed 2. But right, we will construct more buildings. So I think in 5 to 6 rounds it will be over. So it might be an idea to start... working on these actually, right? Might be an idea. Like the castle would be great down here because the castle gives us 6 victory points and 2 advancements on the wall, and also it gives us 1 victory points for each 2 walls we have advanced. So this would give us like 9 points right away, plus these 2 there. So that would be really good for us because we are working on the wall quite a bit. For that we need 2 brick, which I have. 4 stone, which I don't have yet, so we need stone, and 3 gold. Wow, that is tough. So either we need to work on our rewards here so we can get some gold there, or we need to somehow get stone as a resource. We could get stone here later on as a resource if we put like a card there and put our worker down there. I think that might be an option. So I'm going to construct anything yet this round, and now it's the AI's turn. The AI's turn, please. I would like a 3. Oh no, it's not the AI's turn. I would actually still get stuff here, so I would put 2 workers up here. So now it's the AI's turn. That is a 1. That is bad. That is horrible because I wanted to put a card there for the stone. Oh no, that's horrible. Okay. Oh, come on. But these are 2 smithies. If we construct both, we get more points again. Not bad, not bad. Okay, these could actually be not too bad. So now we will have to turn over 2 cards again. Oh man, this is getting tough now. You know what? The barrack here, I think I will turn over the barrack here. Like this. And we don't need that at the moment. Here we still have resources. The staging post could be interesting, but we are doing quite well with the donkey track. I'd rather build the market maybe, right? Well, what will I turn over? Not these. Not that, not this one, not the sentry. Well, I will have to turn over the staging, flip over the staging post for now then. Okay, so now it's my turn again. Let's see what we can construct. It doesn't really matter because, well, that's all not too interesting here. Not really. I just need to get 2 resources. I need to get stone later on. Can I get stone now? No, I can't really. But I can get gold as a wild and some wood. But I don't really need wood. But, well, wood could be okay. But I need wilds, definitely. I need those. So you know what? I will take this card here, I think. Yeah, I will take this card. And then I will put it right here. And then I will put a worker here for the wild. And will I put a worker there for the wood? I have 2 wood there. I have 2 wood there. I would have wood there maybe. I would have quite a lot of wood, right? So I think I will not put a worker cube there for now, because I need to save a few of those at least. Okay, so I put my workers. Can I construct a building? I would like to construct either the castle or a smithy, right? These are both pretty good. So for the smithy, I would need 2 wood. I have that. I would need brick, which I have. 2 stone. I don't have. I don't have any stone, right? No, I don't have any stone. So I can't construct it anyway, and then also not the castle. Okay, so I really need to get some stone somehow. Okay, then let's draw. Let's draw 1 card or 2 cards. I'm not quite sure. Let's draw 1 card. And then let's put a worker up here because yeah, I really need to get some resources down. Okay, that was my turn. Now it's the AI. Please, a 3. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so a 3. So it will build a gold workshop down here. Then I have to turn over 2 cards. Well, it's getting really tough now because I need all the cards. The sentry, I don't want to turn over yet because that could be a really good cool combination here. I'll just turn over the gold workshop. Well, that gives me like 1 gold every time I build something, right? But then again, I would have to use that resource immediately that round. So no. Like this, and then let me see. What else will I turn over? Like I have like all my cubes here for resources, so I can't turn any of these over. I don't want to turn over the walls because these give a lot of points. Okay, let's turn over something here. Like the donkey, this one does give us a few points. Like the library, I think I can turn over that one. Yeah, I think I can. Because that doesn't really align with my Oracle card here, so I think that is pretty fine. Okay, great. So it's my turn again. So let's see. I will just build any of these. Let me see. Like this one will give me 2 wilds. That is pretty wild. That would be pretty good. I think I will do that. I will put that here because here you see I have a space with 2 wilds. That is great. And then here 2 wood or 1 brick. Well, you know what? I do have enough workers at the moment, so I guess I will do that because I will need to construct something soon. Okay, let me see if I can construct the castle now, because that would be amazing. 2 brick. Yes. 4 stone, 3 wilds. So the 3 gold, I mean, I do actually have the 3 gold. That is fine. But the 4 stone are still a problem. The 4 stone are still a problem. You know what? I will have to construct something else because I need to get my cubes off the cards. I really need to get them off. So let me see. Like the smithy wouldn't be too bad, maybe to construct. That wouldn't be too bad, I think. So I need 2 wood for that. I could take these 2. I need 1 wild. I could take that one. I need 1 brick and 2 stone again. I don't have 2 stone. I need stone. Man. You know what? Then I will wait for the next round to construct something, I think. But I will have to turn over 2 cards in just a moment, which is really bad again, right? What will I do? But yeah, I don't have enough resources at the moment as is. So that is kind of tough. Alright, let me quickly work on the exposure and then until then I know what to do, I hope. Okay, there we go. So, okay, you know what? I will actually construct something. I will have to construct something. So what else could be good? This could give me rewards and points. That is fine. I don't really need to do these smithies, right? I want to because of my Oracle card. But if I just construct something here, then I can get my donkey track up and get some other things. So I could maybe just focus on something else. That wouldn't be too bad either. So the market, that's something I also had in mind. 3 wood, no problem at all. And 3 brick. So 2 wood, 2 wood there maybe, and then 2 brick and a wood. Yeah, great. Yeah, I can definitely get that. So we need 3 wood, 3 brick, So that is 2 wood here. That is 2 brick, 3 brick, and then 1 more wood. I will take this one for that, like this. Because, no, actually, no, I will leave that there. Instead, I will actually here, I will just discard this card here for the wood, right? So now I have everything for that. Okay, great. So let me discard that right here. And I did construct, what did I construct? The market. That will give me 2 of these reward points and also 1 advancement on the donkey track. And now whenever I build a card with a green symbol there, I will get another advancement on the donkey track. So that is pretty cool. Okay, this will be a really long video. Okay, so, and now I do get my end of the round stuff. Well, I don't have any cards, so I need to draw. If you don't have any cards left, you need to draw 1 card because I will have to build one next round, right? So I will draw 1 card and will put 1 worker here in my work area. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, the AI's turn. A 3, finally. So now it will put a card right there. And now invasion is triggered because that column is filled. So I am on the card or to the right, right? So I get that advancement on the donkey track. So now I just need 1 more advancement and then I'm at the highest space of the donkey track here, which is great because that gives me 4 victory points. And also right now I can like do a lot of stuff with my workers and cards. Okay, so I need to turn over 2 cards. Let me see. I will probably not construct the cabin later on. I think let me just get that gone here. Here I have all my cubes on there. The smithy I will still keep for now, but I will get rid of the sentry like this. Okay, good. So now it's my turn again. I only have 1 card to construct, so I can just take that one. I will probably put it up here because here I would have 2 wilds again. Wilds are good to have, really good to have. And that's all I can do because I can't put another worker there because I don't have any in my work area. I'm really running low on resources. I've constructed 3 cards at the moment. As soon as I've constructed 6 cards, the game is over. Okay, so let's see what we can construct, if we can construct anything. So I do have 2, 3 wilds, 4. I have 4 gold. That would be okay for the castle, but I still need stone. That is a problem. Well, I will get any stone, no stone at all. So what else could I construct? Anything good? Well, I also do have like enough rewards here in my work area to actually get another gold. Right? So I would have, I would have 2, 4, 5, I have 6, 7. I have 7 gold actually. And 1 brick. And do I have another brick? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another brick? No. If I had 1 more brick or stone, that I could actually build the castle. I need 1 more brick or stone. Yeah. Well, then I will have to wait until next round and try to get 1 brick or stone, and then I would be fine. Then I could construct the castle at least. That would be pretty nice. Okay, then let's do that. So I will have to draw 1 card at least. That I can work with stone there, that is fine. So I leave it at that and put 1 worker cube in my work area. You see, like at the moment it's getting really tight in regards to resource management, right? The last game I had, for example, I did a little bit better. I didn't have that many problems with my resources. But it is quite a tight resource game. Okay, that was my turn. Now it's the AI's turn. A 3 would be great again. That's a 6. A 6 is the row here at the bottom. Okay. And let me see. Lighthouse. Okay, cool. I will have to turn over 2 cards. I will just turn over that one because I will not build anything with that. Because I will have to like build a lot of cards here or 1 there, and I don't want to do that. And can I turn over another card? Not really. I have like my resources on all of them, or I've built them. So, I also don't want to turn over a wall yet. So let me just turn over something down here. The donkey would give me quite a few points. The bell tower, well, wouldn't give me that many points. the palace, I will turn over the palace, because the palace would give me, let me show you in close-up, would give me 1 point for each 2 of these reward things there. And you see I'm only at 3. I use them all the time, so that's actually a pretty bad card to keep. Okay, so like this. So then that's already 4 minus points, 4 negative points here, right? Because these landmark cards actually deduct points at the end, but that's just the way it is, I suppose. Okay, so it's my turn. I would have to construct the chapel. I will construct it in a way that I can maybe get as many resources as I can, but that's not possible. You know, I can't put it here now because there is no adjacent card that is flipped over, so I will just put it any place. I don't really care. Let me put it here for now. Then I will put a worker on here. So, and now I should be able to construct the castle. So, first of all, I need 3 gold. So 1 gold here, 3 gold. Let me put the worker cubes in the middle because I can only use 5. So if we take a look here, that is 3 gold. Okay, fine. Then we need 2 brick. So I can take this one here because that's 1 brick and 1 wild. And then I will put 1 brick here, and also the wild I will use for another brick. So now we have 2 bricks there. Then we need 4 stone. And 4 stone I can do by, let me see, by 1 stone here and then 2 wilds here. So that is that would be 3 stone. So I would have 3 stone here, but I need 1 more stone. But for that, I can actually use 3 of my reward things here to get another wild, and that I will turn another stone. So now I have 3 brick, 4 stone, and 4 wild. 3 wild, I mean, I have 2 bricks. I have 2 bricks, 4 stone, and 3 wild. Am I making a mistake now? One wild for that and 1 wild for that. Oh, I don't need the extra brick. That's what my mistake was. Okay, I don't need 3 brick. So I would just have to instead of spending a wild for a brick, just for a stone, and then I'm fine. Then 2 brick, 4 stone, and 3 gold. Wow, that was really close. So I was actually able to use 5 workers only. That's the maximum we can use, right, for these resources. And now we have the castle built. That is great. The castle will give us 6 points at the end, but also 2 advancements on the wall. So for that advancement here, we get another reward. And for that advancement, we get 2 points at the end of the game. That is good. And also, because I constructed the castle here, the castle says I get 1 victory point for each 2 walls I've advanced. So that's 2, 4, 6. So that is 3 points at the end additionally. That is pretty good. Whew, that was tough. All right, I will have to take 1 card, and also I will put a worker here because we still need to construct a few things. So now I have constructed 4 cards, 2 more cards, and the game is over. So the AI rolls a 5, which is the second row here. So let me see. I would like to turn over cards that I don't need anymore. So the brick workshop here, now I can turn over more cards because I spent some resources. So I will turn over this one here and the wood workshop as well, because I'm definitely not going to build that one. All right, like this. Great. So and now it's my turn again. I just have 1 card to spend, but I can actually put it here because that is another one of these oracle things, and maybe I can build it at some point. I just need to think here. Would I want that resource here? Stone and brick. Yeah, I think stone is always something that I'm short of, right? So let me just put that right here. Okay, good. I will not construct anything because I hardly have any resources. I only have like 2 wood and 1 stone or brick, so I don't have anything to build, so that is fine. I will have to draw 1 card and also get myself another worker here. Okay, so now it's the AI's turn. So let me see. That is a 5 again. So it's that row again here. Okay. So now we'll have to turn over 2 cards again. Let's see. I will probably... I think I will have to turn over like things that I don't really need anymore. I will turn over the smithy because I still have 2 of these here. And then how about the chapel? Would I need the chapel? I don't know. But maybe actually. But this chapel I don't need anymore. So I can turn that over. Alright. Great. Now it's my turn. I can just spend this, play this card here. I definitely need stone to build stuff, so it might be a good idea. Oh, I need a worker, another one, but I don't have one. I need one more worker because then I could really go all out in terms of resources here. Oh, that would be wonderful. But maybe for later, maybe for a later turn. So let me just put it here for now, because then I can place a worker on here for the stone, and also, right, invasion, so I get another worker actually into the work area. That is great. Okay, and that was almost it. Do I want to construct anything? Can I construct anything? So what do I have? I have 2 stone, maybe 3 stone, 3 stone and 2 wood, or one of these stones could be a brick as well. 3 stones. At the moment, I don't really care what I want to build because I just need to build something, right? Let me see. 3. No, not really. Not yet, I think. No. I would need like another wood to maybe do something, but yeah. So, yeah, I will have to skip for... Oh, well, actually, here. I could build the barrack, right? And the barrack would give me quite a few workers, which isn't too bad. That is not bad, because 2 wood, I have those. 2 stone, I have those here. And 1 brick, I have it here. So I could actually, yes, I could actually build the barracks. You know what, I will do that. Let me just take all of these cards here, all of these workers, put them here, and then I can build the barrack there. That is great. That will let me advance another space here on the wall. And also I get 1 cube for each 2 spaces on the wall. So 2, 4, 6, that's 3 workers. I get into my work area, and that is great. You see? That is wonderful. Now I have like a lot of workers here back in my work area. That is incredible. Nice. Okay, so that was that. I think I've constructed 1, 2, 3, 4. I've constructed 5 buildings now. 1 more building and the game is over. All right, so I draw definitely 1 card. And another card, because I don't need too many workers at the moment. But with cards I can work with resources maybe a little bit better. We will look at the cards later. Now it's the AI's turn. A 3 would be great. No, well, actually the invasion, no, invasion doesn't matter anymore, so it doesn't matter. 6 is the row at the very bottom here. And I would have to flip over 2 cards. I don't need the gold workshop, I think. And then the tower. I don't know. I probably don't need the tower anymore anyway, because there's nothing adjacent to it for my oracle card, so I will just flip that over as well. Alright, so it's my turn. Let's take a look at our cards that we drew. So we have Tavern and Prison. We need some resources, right? So let's see if we can get some cool resources going. Actually, we can, yes. Let me show you. I will put the tavern up here, like this. And then I will put a worker there and a worker there. That means we have like a lot of resources now. Either 1 wild or 2 brick, or 1 wild and a stone. That is nice. So what would I like to build? Let's look at the landmarks again here. Maybe we can do something there. The landmarks here, this one gives us 1 point for each of these buildings we built. We only built 3 of those. That's not a whole lot. The castle I've built, the watchtower, gives us, well, it gives us another 1, 2, or 4 points, depending on which of the 3 last wall pieces we landed on. That is not bad, and advances us 1 more on the wall. So the watchtower would actually give us 9 points. That is a lot. And the city hall would give us, at the moment, 6 points, because 1 point for the second last space on the donkey track, and 3 for the last one. So yeah, it would give us at maximum 8 points. I mean, that's okay, but it's not great. So I think I'd rather try to construct the watchtower. For that I need 2 wilds, which I have, like 2 gold. I need stone and wood. Okay, let's remember that. Stone and wood. Okay, and then I will put 1 worker up here and I will draw another card. Okay, it's the AI's turn. That's a 5. That is right there. And we need to turn over to flip over 2 cards. Actually, I really want to try to build the watchtower, so I will just flip over a few things here. I will flip over the, well, yeah, the gate. That's fine. Well, actually, the gate is cheaper. No, let's keep the gate and let's flip over the smithy just in case I can't construct the watchtower anymore. And also the chapel here, like this. Right, now it's my turn. Now we need to construct something. So what do we need? We need stone. Mostly we need stone. And also wood later on. Well, wood I think we will be able to do somehow later on. Let's see. Yeah, let's put that one there, I suppose. Yeah, let's put that one here. And let's put a worker on here and one there, like this. I think that is not too bad. Okay, and then I will not construct anything because the watchtower, I also need 2 wood. I don't have those yet. I don't know how to get the wood yet. I don't know how to do it. So that is a little problem. So, and now we don't have a kingdom card pile anymore, so we need to shuffle these. And actually, you know what? I actually never went I never went through the entire deck. So I suppose when everything is filled here, I guess the game also ends, right? I guess, because we don't have any cards to work with anymore. That is pretty crazy, actually. Wow. That is pretty crazy. In the rules, it doesn't actually say whether or not you can, whether you end the game then, but it doesn't make sense, right? So, yeah, wow. That is really crazy. So, I will not construct anything, but I will draw an... actually, let me put 2 workers here. Right? No, let me... No, let me put 1 worker there and draw 1 card. I think that's better. Okay, then it's the AI's turn. The AI will put the last card in space 4, which is down here. And then we need to flip over 2 cards. Actually, let me think. Yeah, let me flip over the fountain and also the stone workshop here. Like this. Okay, and now it's our turn again. I will now take the shelter here and play that. And then I can put a worker there and 1 there. So I have used my workers exactly. And now I need to build something because otherwise the game's over, right? Because we don't have any cards left here anymore in the pile. I actually have 1 card here still. But I can't put that here because it's not my turn. Again, because I can't put any cards here. I will check there is actually an errata for the rules, so I might check that and see if there are any corrections, whether or not you actually end the game when all the cards are empty. But it makes sense, right? So I will just end the game then. In case this is wrong or I find out something, I will put it here, right here in the subtitle down here. Okay, so let's see. Can I do the watchtower? I do have 2 wood here. I have 2 stone. I have 3 stone. Yeah, I can definitely do it. Definitely. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely construct the watchtower. That is incredible. That's exactly what I wanted. So, let's see. So, 2 wood. Then a wild, 2 brick. So I still need 1 wild and 3 stone. I have 2 stone here, 3 stone here, and a wild here. And that is 5 workers. I could have even discarded this card here for another stone, so that is fine. So I can definitely construct the watchtower. So let me put a worker there. That gives me 1 more advancement on the wall. So we actually finished advancing on the wall completely, which is great. And also, yeah, we will get more points for that. So, and now we sum up all our points, right? Because the game is now over, because I've constructed 6 buildings. So see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 buildings constructed, so the game is over. And now we do the scoring phase. I'll just put the score somewhere here on screen so you can see it. Bottom left or bottom right would make sense. Maybe top right. I don't know. I don't know yet where it will be. You will see it now already. Okay, so and now we do all the final scoring. So first of all, well, before we do the scoring, one more thing to say. So usually, when the 6 buildings have been built, then you would finish the round and would play another complete round. Right? Usually we would play another round now, but we can't do that because we don't have any cards left. The cards are just gone. Like the tableau is pretty much filled. What I could do is say that the AI just can't place a card anymore. Okay, that's too bad. I flip over 2 cards and I just place my last one. The tableau is complete, but I don't have any workers now anyway, and well, yeah, I couldn't really construct anything anyway, so we'll just end it here now. But usually you would play one more round, right? Okay, so and now we will count together all our points. So first of all, we look at our buildings and at the landmarks, at the walls, at the donkey track and the oracle. So everywhere where we can get points. So let's first look at our constructed buildings. This one gives us 3, 7, 10, 13. So we are now at 13 points, which is not too bad. Now we look at the landmarks down here. The landmarks give us 5 and 6. That's another 11 points. So we're now at 24 points, which is something, I guess. Then we will get points for here for the special conditions here on the landmarks. So we get 4 points for this one here for the watchtower if we are on the last track on the last part of the wall, which we are. There's another 4 points, and the castle gives us 1 point for each 2 walls we have advanced. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 points plus 4. That's another 8 points. So we're now at 32 points. Then look at the wall. We get, if we are the first one on that wall, which we always are in the solo game, we get another 8 points. If we were the second one, only 6. But we get those 8 points. So we are now at 40 points, which is nice. Then we look at the donkey track down here. The donkey track, we are on that space. Oh, let me flip over to the camera. We were on that space here, the +2. So we get another 2 points. So we're now at 42 points. And then we look at the oracle. For the oracle, we get 2 points for each adjacent of these tower buildings we have. So if we take a look here, then we have here are 2 adjacent ones, and I think that's already it. Yeah, that's already it. So we only have this one adjacent one here, so that is another 2 points. So we are now at 44 points, which is pretty good actually. It's not too bad. Did I miss anything? So I have the buildings, I have the landmarks, the walls, donkey track, and the oracle card. That is it, yeah. So, and now I will also show it on screen if possible, but let me just put it in a close-up here. Well, actually, that's not too bad either. So here now we compare our final score, but only in the solo mode. In the multiplayer mode, you will now have your tableau here, and every player would count their stuff just like I did, right? So player 2 would do the same, and then the player with the higher point value would win. But we are now in the solo game, so we compare it to a table here. And we have 44 points, and that is, you see here, good job. So we did pretty good. If we would have gotten 2 more points, then we would have been with awesome. I think I did reach Master Builder at some point when I played the game, I think. But I had like one really good game. This game now, today, was okay. It wasn't too bad. But it could have gone better. You saw like in the middle, like some of the turns I actually did not have enough cards. I didn't have enough resources, not enough workers. So I was quite short there. I should have concentrated a little bit more on the engine building. But it did work quite well. Alright. So if you have watched the entire video until now, thank you so much. I really appreciate that because like the interactions, the watch time and everything, that really is the most important thing for my channel to be able to grow. But now we come actually to the most important part probably of the video, or another important part, let's put it this way, and that is my opinion of the game. So this will not be a full-fledged review, of course, because the main part was the playthrough, but I will give you a mini review and say a few things about the game. Some good things and also some not as good things. You know what? Let me do it differently this time. let me first talk about the things I don't like. Because I think that is what most people are also struggling with. I think I'm not the only one here. One thing I really did not like, and that is almost the only thing I didn't like, but that is the rulebook. I think most people that asked for a playthrough of this game, they asked for a playthrough, in my opinion, because, well, they didn't understand the rules. So let me just go over why that doesn't really work. So these are the rules that you have in the little box, right? They're just folded like that, and that works fine. That is totally okay. You don't need like a real rule book for that small package. That is completely fine. So first of all, there are just grammatical errors, right? That's one thing, and that makes it really hard to read rules. Secondly, the rules are they're like things missing. They tell you what to do, so it is done well to say first you do that, then that, and then that, and then that. But somehow it's all like you really have to search for the right information you need, right? So there are things that aren't even explained in the rulebook. There are things that are not explained in the rulebook. For example, I did not know what some of these symbols mean. When you know these symbols, when you have played the game like 1, 2, or 3 times, then you know these symbols, and that's fine. Then you don't need to look at that anymore. And because these symbols are done well, but the rules aren't. And actually, there is also a solo. There are some solo rules here. Those are fine. Those are explained pretty well, actually. But at the back of the solo rules, there are like the reference for details of cards, like for the different symbols. If you play this at a 2-player count, which is like the main mode probably, then you wouldn't look in the solo rules, right? To look at the references, what the cards mean. So that is the first thing. That was the first red flag. I thought, like, why do you put it here? Why don't you put it like in the main rules? Because that's where you look. That's one thing that wasn't too good. Then, of course, there were a lot of things missing. They published an errata, and that errata did explain a few more things, because they if a lot of things they didn't explain well, because they still didn't explain all the symbols. Some of these symbols they had to explain in the errata, and even the errata isn't 100% complete, but it's definitely better. It definitely helps a lot. So if you want to play this game, of course you can watch my video, but my video will not be a teach, right? I had a playthrough, and I think you will be able to play the game after having watched my playthrough, but there are still things you will have to look up, and for that you use the rules here. They are not written well, not at all. They are really tough to understand. They are not written well. Things are not put in the right order. They are not highlighted, so you don't really find everything at first glance. But they are short, the rules, so you just read through them 2, 3, 4 times while playing, and then you will get most of it. But you will have to go on the Board Game Geek page and get the errata. Without it, you will hardly be able to understand everything. I would say that I am pretty good in understanding rules, because, well, I mean, that's what I do, right, on my YouTube channel. I've published hundreds of videos. I've played hundreds of games. I need to read a lot of rules, so I would say that I'm pretty good at understanding rules, and I think this game you can play in like 30 minutes if you don't have to explain everything to the audience like I'm doing now. In like 30, 40 minutes. I think for the first game I needed like 70, because I would like half the time I was just reading the rules. I was reading the rules and trying to understand it, and that is one thing I really don't like about the game. So it would be great if maybe they could republish the rules, like really have somebody proofread it, put the errata in here, also put the reference also in the rules. I mean, you could just add a few cards. Just add 1 or 2 cards with your reference, with the symbols on there. Then you can make that a little bit shorter here. You don't need that. Then the solo rules, you can maybe just put them on one page, right? So and also proofread them, that all the rules are in there. Everything is planed well. Everything is also corrected regarding grammar and everything, because that also makes it harder to understand the rules. So that is the one thing I really didn't like about the game. I needed such a long time to just be able to play this game. That was really tough. That's really not done well. I usually don't like to be that negative about games. You know that I always try to find the positive in things, in games especially, because I know that designers and publishers and everybody is pouring so much effort, love, and work into these games, and then I don't want to walk all over the games, right, and trash them. But the rules are really not good. These are probably some of the worst rules that I've had. But, and now there's like the really big but, in terms of, I don't mean regarding anatomy, right? Of course. But the game itself is really fun. I just like the game. I mean, it takes up a lot of table space. You need that table space, right? It's a real hassle to record that today. You won't see it on camera. Probably this video will be maybe an hour long after I edit it, but I needed like 2.5 to 3 hours to just record this game today, and that is not including reading the rules, understanding the game, practicing it, editing, and everything. So this is definitely one of my bigger videos here. So the table space it takes is quite large, but if you have the table space, usually if you don't record something, you should have it, and then it's fine, right? The game itself is really fun. It's incredibly fun because it always is a different puzzle, right? Because you always get a different oracle card. You always have different cards, like the walls in a different order. These are in a different order in these two. It would have been great if actually there were other landmarks and other starting buildings that you could maybe just also shuffle in there, and right, so you would have a little more variety, but the variety is enough because also the stack of kingdom cards, which I can show to you because it's empty, but always like comes out, different cards come out, and you have then different resources, you combine them with the colors and everything, so there's a lot of variety here. The puzzle is really crunchy, but it's not too tough. You saw I had a pretty good game right now. I think all of my games were pretty decent. I did not have one like really bad game. The solo games were all pretty good actually, like pretty decent at least. And what also adds to this is that you put these workers on here, but if you use these resources, these workers go away. You don't have these resources anymore. Also, you can't save them, and these workers don't go back into your work area. Like in worker placement games, they actually go back into your rest area. So you actually lose these workers, and you have to get them back. Yes, you can get back 2 workers each round, but you also need cards. And that is really crunchy. Like having these decisions, what do you do? And what adds to that is that the combination of the colors here. If you can puzzle together these colors, you get a lot more resources. That is incredible. That is a really cool idea. That is a really great idea. And if you can't puzzle together these colors, well, will you use a worker still to put it on there, because that worker is lost, right? Because even if you use the resource at some point, it will go back to the rest area. The worker, I mean. So that is a really cool puzzle. And adding to that, we're not even done yet. Adding to that, you have that very small engine building aspect here, right? Because there are some things that there are cards that give you cards whenever you, for example, they give you cards whenever you construct a specific building type. Do that in the beginning, and you can really rack up your cards. I mean, you have a hand card limit of 5, right? That's one thing you need to mention. But I never was close to 5 cards, so that is pretty cool. Or you get workers whenever you construct something or whatever, or I don't know. Or you can advance your donkey track. Like there are like really some engine building aspects here, and that is great. That is really nice. And adding to that, the invasion mechanism is also cool, because you can just maybe build a building not where you get more resources, but maybe just trigger an invasion because you want that donkey to advance. So that is there's like a lot of ideas that really integrate really well into another. The game really has a flow. I have only played the game solo so far, right? So I can only give you my perspective on the solo experience. But I'm quite sure, looking at how the game works, I've played it several times now. I have really read the rules a lot. Well, I had to understand the game somehow. But I'm pretty sure that the game will even be better at a 2-player count. Because solo, it plays like a 2-player game, but the AI is stupid. The AI is just putting cards wherever you roll the die. But another player would actually see, well, you need those resources maybe. Well, actually, maybe the other player will just put a card someplace where they don't really get a lot of resources, but where they can like block you off or something, right? So you can actually like have like a small take that mechanism that you can try to, because you're building on the same tableau, you can try to mess with your opponent somehow, and I think that adds another layer to the entire strategy here. And there are a lot of strategies you can follow here. Are you trying to get a lot of resources and just build stuff for your oracle card? Like in the best game I had like I had actually the same card just by accident. It was just random, but I had the same card here, like the one that I have here, and I actually was able to chain together so many of these buildings because I was building I think I had 5 or 6 of these buildings, and they were all chained together in one cluster, and that was incredible. That was really good. I could really get a lot of points there. So that's one tactic. Or you can go for the landmark cards, right? You can also go for the wall cards. Oh, also I will have to add that in my... I probably added that already when I calculated the points, but actually I should have gotten 4 negative points for these cards here. Let me check. I think 4 negative cards. Yes. So I wouldn't have had 44 points, but only 40. But I think that's fine because 40 is only not bad. So we are not at good job anymore. We would now be at not bad, right? So that would be the real score. But I probably already corrected that when I was calculating the points. So all in all, rules are really not good. Another thing that I would have liked is a die in the game, right? What I did now, I cannot show it to you now because I have already played the game. It's not in here, but you can actually fit this small, very small die. I think it's is it 10 millimeter, 12? I'm not quite sure, but it's a very small die, and you can fit it in here without the box breaking or anything. That definitely works. So I would suggest you get a small die if you have one, and you just put it in there, dedicated for that game. And then whenever you want to play, you don't have to, when you want to take it with you or anything, you don't have to think about getting it, taking a die with you. You just have it in there. It fits. Such a small die actually does fit in there. That's what I do. So these are the 2 things that I didn't like or wasn't quite fond of, but all the rest is great. You have a great puzzle. You have really great artwork. I like the artwork here as well. This is a really small package. Yes, it has a big table presence. There's a lot, a big tableau here. Almost impossible to record for me, but you do have that really small box. Look at this. It's like a thicker deck of cards. That's all. And then you have this big game here, and it's really fun. Replay value is high because it's always randomized. You never know which oracle cards you have, which cards actually come out of the deck, what you have to work with. Really great. I think at a 2-player count, even greater. So, would I recommend this game? Yes, I would, if you are able to understand the game by reading the rules in the errata or by watching my video. If you are willing to invest that time in understanding the rules of the game, then I would highly suggest you do, because this is a really fun game. Small package, fun game. It's actually incredible. I mean, of course, we are pretty spoiled, right? Because nowadays there are so many great games and just so many solo games, so many small games, right? We have the button shy everything, the button shy games and everything. We are pretty spoiled in what kind of games you can have and how many and how small they are and how great of gameplay they can provide us with. But still, this does something different. This game does something that I haven't seen before, and I love that. That is really, really a great thing. And it's amazing that we can still be surprised by such games, right? So this game definitely would get my stamp of approval. It is held back by these really bad rules. Even with the errata, it's not perfect. It's better. It fixes a few things, but it's still not perfect. I would really like, as I said, if I could just have one wish, I would have new rules that are really proofread. Everything's in there, just published online. And you can just download them and maybe also put them in a format online that you can actually download it in the same format, so you can actually put them in here. That'd be great, because the rules are really bad, but everything else is really great. So I can highly recommend the game if you want to invest the time and effort to actually learn the game. I hope that my video helped you with that. I really hope so. I didn't want to do a full teach talking about each single symbol, because I think that's boring. It's much more interesting to actually watch me play it, and I think I did a pretty decent job actually showcasing the game to you. If you do have further questions, you can of course always ask me. Instead of commenting on this video, which is all great for the algorithm, of course, right? But if you really want to speak about this game and what you think about it, and if you have any rules, you can hop over to my Discord server and ask there. There we can discuss the game in detail. I have a little small community. I'm building a small community there at the moment with subscribers of my channel, and it's really fun over there. There's really a lot going on already, so it'd be great to see you there. And there we can also discuss rules and everything, and what you think about the game and whatever. But I would really suggest the game. I like it, and You just have to somehow have the willpower and the time and the mental endurance, so to speak, to actually get through the rules. But apart from that, great game. Yeah, and that's all I wanted to say about the game for now. If you're still watching, thank you very much for doing so. I really appreciate that. This was a really long video, really hard, tough to record. So if you just want to show your appreciation, why don't you drop me a like, a comment, maybe a subscription. And also head over to my Discord server. There we can talk about a lot of other things regarding board games. You can also browse my channel if you don't know it too well yet, and browse the other few hundred videos. There's probably going to be something else that you will enjoy. That would be really great. I would highly appreciate that. And even if not, I appreciate you just having watched this one video. That's just wonderful. Thank you so much. And that's all from my side. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video. I will now have to tear everything down again. Alright, I'll speak to you soon. Take care and cheers.